Hey guys, it's Miss Sisson. I've missed you. I hope you're all doing well. Um, so here we are doing some online learning, and this is how we're going to be doing our math classes. I'm going to give you a few minute lesson, and then you're going to do your work in your books like you normally do. So for today, we're going to be starting a new unit. And this unit, we're going to be learning about measurement. And measurement is when you decide how much of something there is. Maybe how long something is, or how tall something is, or maybe how heavy something is, or how much volume you can fit in a cup. So there's lots of different things that you can measure. But what we are going to be focusing on is measuring length. And when I think of the word length, I think of the word long. So length is how long something is. We're not going to be talking about how tall it is. Tall would be like this, up and down. We're going to be talking about how long it is from one side to the other. So let's start by looking at what you learned last year. Last year, you learned to compare two different lengths. So you might have two objects, like right here I've got two pencils. And to compare lengths, just like you learned last year, you have to make sure they're both in the same place on one side. And now, when I look at the other side, I can tell which one is longer and which one is shorter. Can you tell which one is longer and which one is shorter? Yeah, that's easy, right? This one is longer and this one is shorter. But this year, instead of just comparing two things, we're going to be comparing three things together. And if you remember from what we learned in reading right before break, when we compare two things together, we say one is longer and one is shorter. But when we compare three things, we're not going to use longer and shorter. We're going to use est, our longest and our shortest. So here I've got three pencils, and just like before, I'm going to make sure they're all lined up on one end. So they're all even. Now I can measure. So when I look at these, I can clearly see that one of them is longest, one of them is in the middle, and one of them is shortest. Can you tell which is which? How about this one right here? What's this one? Yeah, that one's in the middle. How about this one? Is it longer than this one? Yes. Is it longer than this one? So if it's longer than both of these, it's the longest, right? It's the longest. And this one is shorter than this one and shorter than this one. So it is the shortest. So let's look at another one. I have some silverware. I've got a knife. I've got what's this thing called? Oh yeah, it's a spoon. And this one is a fork. So when I look at these three things, again, I can tell that one of them is the longest and one of them is the shortest. Can you tell which? How about this spoon? Is this spoon the longest? No, it's the shortest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in order from longest to shortest. And to put them in order, I got to make sure that the first one is longest, right? Because I'm going from longest to shortest. So my knife is the longest. It goes first. And then my fork is longer than my spoon, so I need to switch these around. Put my fork right here and put my spoon right here. And now they're in order from longest to shortest. But I can also flip this around and do it from shortest to longest. So because the word shortest comes first, I want to make sure that the first one is the shortest. So I'm going to put my shortest one there, which is my spoon. Then I have my fork. And then the longest one is my knife. So when you're putting these in order in your book today, it's going to give you three pictures. And what you're going to have to do is write on your paper which one is the longest to the shortest. So if I were to do this one, from shortest to longest. Let me write my word shortest to longest. My first one is the shortest spoon. My second one is in the middle, and that's the fork. And my third one is the longest, and that's the knife. Oh, and look at this word knife. It has a K-N. You know what sound that K-N makes? All right, so I think you guys understand how to do this. It's not too hard. Just putting things in order from shortest to longest. As you're working through your book, if you have any questions and parents can't help, please send me an email or hit me up on Class Dojo, and I will do what I can to give you the answers and help you understand. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.